What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we're back with another top 6. And today we're taking a look at top 6 items you guys should use for PvPing. Now, this list is based purely off my own opinion and what we've used during PvP raids and whatnot, so do take that into mind. And we aren't including weapons on this list as well, so also take that into mind. This is purely 6 items best used for PvP. So, without further ado, let's get into the list. Now, coming in at number 6, we have the bowlers. The bowlers are a great weapon to use for PvP because essentially what you can do with these, oh my god, we're absolutely swinging around nothing. You can essentially bowler people's tames, bowler players themselves. You can bowler anything that, well, obviously the bowlers can bowler, which is great because you can essentially immobilize the player, immobilize their tame, such as pteranodons, tapajaras, you know, the player themselves. It's a great way to neutralize whatever threat that player and their tame are bringing to you. If they're on raptors, which is highly doubtful since raptors aren't used very often for PvPing, but pteranodons and tapajaras definitely are, and you can use bowlers to knock them off their tames and then either kill them, trank them, stick them in a jail with some handcuffs and whatnot, and just prevent them from carrying out their PvP duties. However, the only downside to bowlers is that there is a slight cooldown after you have bowled something. You obviously can't bowler something after you've just bowled it. It doesn't work like that, otherwise that would be way too easy. There is a slight cooldown. You can see that little orange spark popping up. That means there is a cooldown on that creature. So yeah, that is why bowlers are number 6 on this list, because you can essentially immobilize players, immobilize certain tames of theirs, and just do whatever the heck you want to them. Teabag them, kill them, handcuff them, lock them, make them your little bitch. Do whatever the heck you want to do with them. So that's why bowlers are number 6 on this list. Now, the item coming in at number 5 is none other than the beer. That's right, drinking beer is a great item to use in PvP, well, mainly when you're going to raid people's bases and whatnot, because essentially what the beer does is it increases your damage and your actual damage resistance. However, it does decrease your stamina and increases your water loss, I believe. You can see there, we would have died from those turrets if we hadn't have drunken the beer. We'll show you later on in the video that you'll actually need the beer to take reduced damage. We took 46 damage from those turrets. Those turrets most definitely would have killed us had we not drinking the beer. You can see there, it is dealing 85 damage, I believe, to a Sarco. So, beer is definitely a vital item to have for PvPing. However, the only downside is that your stamina will obviously deplete very fast and it won't actually regenerate unless you have stimberries or stimulants, so do take that into mind as well. And the effects of beer last up to 2 minutes, and after that you won't actually be able to take any brews or any more beer after that certain length of time. So do make sure you get the most out of using your beer, but it can essentially save you from dinos as well as players attacking you because it reduces all damage, and it can also increase your damage against other players if you're using melee weapons and whatnot, so it makes killing other players a lot easier for yourself as well. Now, the item coming in at number 4 is none other than the medical brews. You can see them down there on our hotbar. These items are great for taking with you into PvP action because essentially all these items do are restore your health very rapidly. If you've taken damage, you can easily restore your health by using medical brews. It greatly increases your health regeneration for a smaller period of time. And obviously, the more medical brews that you chow down on, the faster, well, the more your health regenerates. It doesn't actually heal any faster. It just lets you regenerate more health. Now, these items are great, like I said, for soaking turrets. You pair medical brews up with beers and a decent set of armor, and you'll easily be able to tank turrets all the way up to the person's base. Now, do take into mind that the medical brews do take a little bit of time to heal you. They don't insta-heal you. You can see that our health is 348 at the moment. We're going to take a bit of damage and showcase to you guys just how good the med brews are. And that is a Megalosaurus asleep on that rock. We do not want to disturb it. So, like I said, the medical brews are great because you can easily tank dinos with these brews, for example. Let's see, we're going to get this Uranus to attack us. You've seen there how much damage we took. We just took 140 damage. Watch how quick the med brews restore our health. Look at that. Look how fast our health is going up. These guys are great to have on you to use for PvPing, raiding and whatnot. Attacking enemy dinos, you know, if you get shot at, med brew. If you get attacked by an enemy dino, med brew. Turrets, med brew. These are great items to have on you at all times, in fact, even not during PvP. So take that into mind, and they are relatively easy to make. All you need for them is some fiber, tinto berries, and narcotics, and you are set to make some medical brews, and obviously a cooking pot and water. But that is why Medical Brews are number 4 on this list. Now, the item at number 3 is none other than the shields. Now, there are 4 different kinds of shields, sorry. There is obviously the regular wooden shield, the metal shield, the riot shield, and the tech shield. Now, each of these shields have different varying degrees of protection, obviously the wooden shield being the weakest. The metal shield is actually a very decent shield to use, and these items are great for any aspect of PvP. You can see here, we're getting shot at by turrets, and our shield is actually soaking all the damage from the turrets. It's great. However, do take into mind that you will get shot if you obviously lower your shield or if your shield breaks. Now, to utilize this best, make sure that you have an actual shield that is better than primitive. Otherwise, your shield will just get absolutely demolished and you'll have absolutely nothing left of your shield. So do take that into mind as well. But the shield is great because you can use it to obviously soak turrets, soak dino shots, soak player shots, anything that you can think of. Any damage-wise terms, you can actually soak that with shields. And like I said, if you've got Med Brews on hand, you can easily regenerate your health in time to go up again and soak some more damage. Do take into mind the shield's durability though, because that is definitely something you want to watch out for. You can see our shield durability there is 19. If we had stayed for one more shot, we would have been shot and killed. So do take that into mind, but that is why shields are number 3 on this list, because they can essentially absorb any type of damage, except explosive damage, I believe. I don't think they block explosive damage. So, number 3 is the shield. At number 2, we have the big derpy giraffe, the Paraceratherium. Wait a second, this isn't the right video. At number 2, we have platform saddles. Platform saddles are great items to use for PvP, especially on the Paraceratherium, because you can essentially build a metal box around the player and operate the Paraceratherium from inside this metal box. You can build a whole heap of metal boxes on the back of the Paraceratherium's platform saddle and have players waiting in hide there with guns, windows, and just shooting out the side of the windows, even rocket launchers and whatnot. These guys are great for PvPing, and the platform saddles just make them a lot better because you can obviously, like I said, build small bases on the back of them, have a portable smithy on your back, repair your guns, make more ammo if you need to, have players shooting out of windows at enemy players, or even trying to get into enemy bases or take out enemy dinos. You know, Paraceratherium, Bronto platform saddles, even the Titanosaur platform saddle is a great way to go about raiding people or PvPing. Because like I said, you build a metal box around the player and you're essentially protected from turrets or enemy shots or enemy damage and dinos. It's a great way to protect yourself. Now obviously if you don't have this box around your Paraceratherium or on your platform saddle, you will get shot down the first moment you have, so do make sure to utilize the platform saddle best to its ability and fit as many metal structures as you can to protect yourself. But that is why the platform saddle is number 2 on this list. And finally, the one you've all been waiting for, at number 1, the best item to use for PvPing is hands down armor. That's right, armor. Without armor, you would absolutely be rickety-wrecked in a matter of seconds, regardless of what you're doing. Soaking turrets from an enemy base, trying to kill an enemy player, trying to kill an enemy dino while being on your own mount, getting picked and getting dropped. All these damage indicators can be prevented by a good set of armor. Obviously, flak is the cheapest and most effective. If you manage to find a good set of flak armor, you can greatly reduce the amount of damage that you take. You can see in our inventory here that we have a very decent flak armor with very high durability and very high armor, and this can essentially allow us to soak a lot of damage. For example, this base up here that has turrets, we're actually able to soak it if we can survive long enough and have decent sets of flak armor, which probably should have been repaired to its maximum durability, but this armor essentially allows you to soak turrets, soak dino damage, and soak player damage. Now, like I was saying, if you have a decent set of flak armor that is fully repaired, you can easily tank turret shots, plant X shots, you know, player snipes and everything, and the armor will essentially protect you from killing yourself exactly. Because it provides so much armor, obviously flak armor is second best because you obviously have Riot, however it's very expensive to craft right. Flak armor is obviously the armor that you want to go with. BPs for it can be found around the maps, so you do want to craft yourself up some decent flak armor. But once you get yourself some decent flak armor, you can easily go around raiding people's bases and just soak their turrets, getting close enough that you can actually take out their generators and blow through their walls. You can see that we almost made it, however our leggings broke once again. It always seems to be our downfall, our leggings. But like I said, you can pair your armor with shields and will essentially allow you to soak a crap ton of damage. And if you do have enough of these armor sets, you can essentially keep running up to the turrets, soaking it until you can get close enough to destroy the generator and then just reclaim all your armor sets. However, that is not obviously the best way to go about raiding, so don't take my advice from that. But armor is definitely something that you will need for yourself, and that is why it is number 1 on this list. Alrighty guys, that'll conclude today's video. Let me know what you thought of it down below. Let me know what your tip 6 items are as well, and whether or not you agree with my list. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.